Hi there, it's Carden here, and I want to talk to you today if you're a coach, an entrepreneur, or an expert who would like to build a multiple six-figure or seven-figure business. First of all, I want you to know you're probably closer to multiple six figures or seven figures than you think, but I want to show you the four-step process I use that helps my business grow and scale, and the same thing I teach my coaches to use as well. And it's really what I call the framework for building a high-end business. So there are what I call four pillars, and it's the high-level steps that really can help you structure your business in a way to really reach the levels you would like. So let's get started. The first thing is pillar number one is what I call create. And this is where you actually, number one, create your goals. How much do you want to make? Okay. This is where you structure your business model to reach those goals. It has to be able to back up to get to your goals, and also your offers, what you're going to be selling, and how those things are going to be priced. Okay, so this is all part of creating the right business model. Now, for a lot of coaches, they actually max out. You know, I get people that message me all the time and say, Ann, I can't take any more clients, so I can't grow and scale. Actually, that's the perfect time to change things up so you can continue to grow and scale your business. If you're not out there seeking clients, now let's ramp things up, right? Let's restructure some things and actually help you get to even higher levels if that's your desire. So if you don't structure your business in the right way, it's not going to be scalable. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, coaches a lot of times are out there trying to work with 20 different types of clients. They are doing 20 different things. They're trying to sell 20 different things, and this does not build a scalable business. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about what I have found to be the fastest way to build a high-end business, and it's the same business model I teach my clients as well. Okay, and it's the high-ticket model. And I love it because I'm going to show you the simplicity of the high-ticket model. And it can give you the biggest financial leaps the fastest, in my experience. Okay, so what does this all look like? Let me get rid of some of this here. Okay, so it's about building out one great offer, one core offer. Okay, and it should be high ticket, and it should give a result to one niche, one target audience, okay, and it's something of high value. It should solve a problem or a pain they would pay good money for, okay? And let's just say my high ticket offer is going to be, let's say it's going to be 8 weeks, and it's going to be $10,000. Now, here's the great thing about this. I'm only having to sell one thing, okay? My business is built around one thing. So all of my marketing, everything I'm doing is all built around my core offer, okay? So this is the first step. Once you have this dialed in, once you have a high ticket offer, people will want, they'll pay you great money, it solves a great problem, it solves a great pain, it's the solution, and it gets them results. You are going to have something you can sell over and over and over again. Now, here's the other thing. It should be built around your expertise, the thing you're great at, okay? I like to call it your sweet spot. So this is something you not only are really good at, but you love it. Like it's your thing, okay? So you can help people get results over and over again. You think it's fun. It's easy for you. This is what you should build your high ticket offer around. Okay, so this is the first thing. Once you have this high ticket offer built and all your marketing and everything is bringing people to you, now you can actually build out from here. Okay, so let's say they experience you for 8 weeks, and now you want to keep working with them, or they want to keep working with you. And so now you can actually have back end residual. And this can be group or it can be one-to-one. It doesn't really matter, but it's back end residual. So for them to keep working with you, let's just say it's $3,000 a month. Okay. And let's say you get 10 people doing this with you, because you can keep building on this. Now you're at $30,000 a month in income just with your back end residual. You can keep building, right? You keep bringing people in here and then you move them to here. Now, eventually you're going to max out if this is one-to-one. So you could actually, again, make this a group. It doesn't matter. And you keep building your residual. So that's one way you can do it. This can actually be a group or one-to-one. That's up to you. So it's really how you want to build your business. It's all up to you. But the core remains the same. You bring them in here, you bring them in high, they experience you, they get a great result, they want to stay, you can move them to a group or you can work with them one-to-one, but you build that back-end residual. Okay, so this is the very first step. Now, once you have these things working, you can also create workshops and seminars. But here's the thing, you're still doing the same thing. You're not trying to sell 20 different things. You're not trying to create 20 different programs, right? You've got one thing that you're selling over and over again. Another way you can do it, I mean, there are multiple ways we could strategize this, but another way you could do it is you could make this your one-to-one, and if they can't afford your one-to-one, you can move them into a group and teach them the same thing. So there's lots of different ways you can position this. But off of your one core offer, you can create multiple things and, workshops and seminars and retreats. Okay? You can also build out products to give you passive income. But guess what? It's all around your sweet spot. It's all around the thing that you do great. So are you going to have a business you love? Yes. And when you're working with higher value, higher paying clients, they are better to work with and you're going to enjoy the business so much more. Okay? So this is the fastest way to building out a multiple 6-figure, 7-figure business. Because just think about it. If you're bringing in, say, 10 clients a month, or let's keep it even smaller. Let's say you're bringing in 5 clients a month at $10,000, 10K, okay? That's $50,000 a month. And that's not even including the residual, any additional products you sell, any additional workshops and things you offer. And so it is absolutely limitless. It's limitless, okay? Now, I want to show you one other thing. I hear coaches or entrepreneurs all the time say, I can't take any more clients. I can't take on any more work. I'm maxed out. I'm tapped out. Okay, I just want you to know that's a job, okay? A job has limits. It has limits on money, and it has limits on time. I'm talking about building a business. And a business, there are no limits. You can just keep building your wealth and growing and scaling. And there are just no limits as to what you can get to. Look at Amazon. They've got it figured out, right? You can do this too, okay? So I'm talking about a business. So if you don't have a business model that is scalable, like what I'm talking about here, you're not going to be able to do this because you'll probably tap out or max out either on time, or you're going to be exhausted, or you don't want to work with any more clients, or whatever that may be. Okay, so this is pillar number 1. You've got to create the right business model. You've got to create the right offers. You've got to have those priced right so you're going to make great money. And you have to know obviously the goal you're trying to reach to. Is that 7 figures? or maybe you just want to get to $600,000. Okay? It doesn't matter, whatever your goal is, you still have to have the right business model to back it up so you don't tap out. Okay? Pillar number 2, once you get all this dialed in, is now you've got to attract clients, right? So you've got the right offers, you've got everything positioned right. Now you've got to get clients. And I will tell you why a lot of people struggle with this. Number one, they're trying to sell too many things. You've got to get one thing working, okay? One. This is important. Now, here's the thing. Once you get this all dialed in, now you've got to build your authority. Remember, you want to do it around your sweet spot, right? Okay, so build your authority. Let people know how great you are at what you do. Be seen as the expert. Stand out. You want to look different than everyone else out there. There's only one you, but let people see that, okay? So stand out. And so all of your marketing, your message has to resonate with your perfect clients. Who are those people you're trying to attract? Who are the people you want to work with? Who are the people you love to work with? Your message has to resonate with them. And then where are they? You've got to have a marketing strategy that's going to reach them. Okay, so again, people don't get this dialed in, and so they're really not able to look like an expert, stand out, build their authority because they haven't even dialed in the right message to attract clients. What they're doing isn't resonating, or they have it in the wrong place, or they haven't dialed in who their ideal clients are, and so it's very much like trying to sell hamburgers to vegans if you don't have this dialed in, okay? So pillar number 2 is all about attract clients. Now, you've got to get this working really, really well so it's predictable, it's dependable, and you can actually ramp it up or dial it back if you want to. And this is when you know you have a great rinse and repeat marketing process, okay? So, let me get rid of some of this. Pillar number 3, now you've got clients coming to you, right? And now what's next? Well, number 3 is what we call convert. This is where you're converting prospects into sale or into clients or sales, okay? All right, and so this is all about, this is where the money is made first of all, okay? It's not here, it's here. So this is all about your sales process. You also want to have a great qualifying process because you don't have time. If this is working really well, your marketing, you're not going to have time to speak with everyone who isn't a fit. Okay, so you want to have a great qualifying process. And then you also want to have a great follow-up system. So maybe somebody doesn't buy right away. Maybe just the timing's off, or it's not quite what they thought it was going to be, or who knows, right? So you want to have a great follow-up system. So number 3 is how do you convert more clients? Now here's what I want to tell you. If your offers aren't priced right, if your business isn't structured in a way that can be rinse and repeat, okay, and it's scalable, if that's not done first, the other things aren't going to work really well either. But once you get this dialed in, now you can put the marketing message in place. You can put the marketing strategy in place. You can actually create that marketing that is predictable and dependable, right? Once you get that working and you get a lot of leads coming to you and they're the right leads, they're quality leads, now you've got to be able to close them. And so you could have a breakdown in any one of these areas, and it's why it's so important that you actually build your business in sequence. You put these things together in sequence, in order. You can't really do this until you get this dialed in, okay? And really, you're going to waste a lot of time and effort in your marketing if you don't get that working, and you're going to end up speaking to a lot of people who are never going to buy or never going to close into a client, okay? So you have to get all 3 of these things working before you do pillar number 4. And pillar number 4 is all about scale and leverage, all right? Now, this is where you can automate. You can still see this. Yeah. Automate. You can hire help. okay? And you can just start ramping things up. Now, here's what I see a lot. People try to automate their marketing before they get their marketing working. Okay, so they burn up money. People maybe get great leads, but they're not closing sales. And so they're just, again, it doesn't do any good to automate your marketing if you're not closing sales. So even if you get a lot of people coming to you, but you can't close them, you're, again, wasting a lot of time, effort, and money. So before you can do pillar 4, you've got to get these 3 things working. And what I see a lot is people are doing these things out of sequence. So they're trying to automate first. They don't have the other stuff working. Or if you're not charging enough and you automate, you're just going to be busier for less. So that's another thing, right? And then once you get all these things working and you get to pillar 4, now you can ramp things up. You can hire great help. You know, here's another example. There are a lot of sales closers out there. And so coaches and consultants say, well, I don't really like to close. I don't want to do sales. I don't like sales. And so they hire a closer. But guess what? Number 1, they're giving up a big portion of their revenue. But number 2, if you don't know how to close sales for your own business, it's going to be very difficult for you to be the leader to show a closer how to close your business, right? So you need to become good at those skills first, and then you can bring in talent. Then you can leverage your time, and you can do all these things I'm talking about in pillar 4. But again, people wonder why they run out of money. They wonder why they run out of time. They wonder why their business doesn't ever get into those levels they would like them to get into. And it's because they just don't have these things dialed in order, and they don't have them all working like a well-oiled machine. But here's the thing. When you do this, you are now selling a rinse and repeat process over and over again that continues to feed your business, that you can continue to grow and scale. So I hope this was helpful for you. I know this was, in a way, a 30,000-foot view, but this is exactly, again, what I do in my business and what I help my clients do in their business too. So they can really build that high-end business, but not only that, love what they're doing and have freedom in their life and in their business. So I'm Ann Carden. Thank you for watching this. And hey, follow me on Facebook. Check me out in other places. You'll see a lot of training and information I've put out there. And if I can help you build your multiple 6-figure or 7-figure business, then I would love an opportunity to speak with you and chat and see if we're a fit. So you have an amazing day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.